What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be checking out Ancient Legacy of Azul. I could try to sugarcoat it, but this game is basically grimdark Risk of Rain. So if you liked Risk of Rain and you've played everything that Risk of Rain has to offer, this might be a game to keep an eye on. This game plays it fairly close to the chest with regards to kind of like following in Risk of Rain's footsteps, and I think it's honestly a good title for people that did not like the shift to 3D in Risk of Rain 2 and just wanted more 2D Risk of Rain. That's exactly what this game is. The only difference is they've taken all the humor out, and all of those kind of porous cavities that are left over from all of the humor being yoinked out have been filled with grimness and darkness and kind of edginess. And so anyways, Ancient Legacy of Azul, if you've never played Risk of Rain before, this is a horde battling roguelike where you are a character that you pick from the beginning of the game, and your goal is to hold out and kill as many things as possible until you inevitably die. The map has a timer on it. The longer that you play, the harder the game gets. And so you kind of have to balance sort of this resource management of time, deciding when you want to tackle a boss to move to the next level versus when do you want to farm more to get more items that make you more powerful. And you've got to kind of find the sweet spot in between that trade. We're going to dive on in today, spend about 25 minutes with the game, and see if it's something you wanted to add to your wish list or otherwise pass on. If after watching this you wanted to get the game for yourself or add it to your wish list, I'll have a link for you down below in the description like I always do. And then on top of that, you'll also be able to find a link to my Twitch stream and my Discord where I frequently play the games live that I show off here on the channel. For the sake of today's episode, I am playing with a controller. I found that with the keyboard controls, I wasn't very good at the game, and I didn't really like the keyboard controls very much. The good news is, with a controller or with the keyboard, it's got fully rekey bindable controls. I found that I did not like the default controller scheme either, and so I went through it and I rekey bound all of it. So like the callouts that I'm going to be making today for what buttons I'm pushing and whatnot, they are going to be wrong for your default version of the game. But I found that I was able to get the game kind of reconfigured into a setting that I like with all of my buttons and keys and everything else. And so that's where I am right now. That's not a complaint about the default control scheme, because I feel like you're kind of immune to complaints about the default control scheme. If you give full rekey bindability, it kind of ticks that box and I'll give you a pass on it. But it is something that I did want to mention, just in case people bring it up and they're like, man, my buttons are completely different than yours when I play. Let's dive on in. I've unlocked 3 characters. There's the Wayfarer. For a point of reference, the Wayfarer is effectively a Warhammer Fantasy Witch Hunter. He's got a rapier and a gun. He's very, very fast. He's very dodgy. He can hit from really far away, but also deal a lot of damage up close. But he is a little bit wispy, and he does go down kind of easy if he takes too much damage. There's a Mage. The Mage is pretty much all range stuff. And the Mage is actually pretty cool. He's got like a heat-seeking burst that he can do. He's got a blink. He's got kind of like a normal fireball that he shoots off in a wall of flame. Not too bad. I did unlock the Marauder, but I haven't played the Marauder yet, and so I can't really speak to the efficacy or the playstyle of the Marauder, but what I can say is these two play very, very differently from one another, and that's a good sign. You want things to play differently. You want each of the characters to feel distinct. If you are kind of going after that Risk of Rain feeling, I think one of the things that Risk of Rain nailed down very, very well was that every character played very differently, which gave you a lot of replayability as you gradually learned the mechanics and the ways that each class worked. So let's go ahead, and we're going to go ahead and dive on in on normal difficulty, hopefully with the Azulmancer. So here we are. We can jump. The game is 2D in format. I do like the game's art style. We've got an amulet right there at the beginning. So we've already got an armor up, and we've got a bracer that increases our damage to enemy at long range. That's really, really nice. The only downside to the Azulmancer is that I have to hold still in order to cast. We have 3 abilities. We've got a wall of flame right there. We've got a fireball. And in fact, I'm probably just going to pelt him with the fireball till he dies. And then we also have a... I think we have on our left trigger, yeah, we have kind of like a heat-seeking fireball ability. We shoot it up into the air, and those things just track anything that they can deal damage to. This right here, we don't have enough Azul Dust. Every time we kill something, we're going to get a resource called Azul Dust. It's going to allow us to purchase at some of these shrines. I'm going to go ahead and firewall you. That actually did not do as well as I had hoped it would do. We'll go ahead and wipe these guys out real fast. We've got a something right there. This gives us armor-piercing bullets. I'm just going to jump over the top of him real quick, and we'll kind of open up like so and just farm up a little bit of cash right here. I'm going to, yeah, I'll probably, let me put up some heat-seeking balls right there. There you go. I heat-seek you with my balls. We are, however, taking damage at this point. So, like, I think. Oh, boy. All right, there's a lot of you, and we're not dealing enough damage to really knock this thing out. That right there, I do want that item right there. It gives me some kind of regeneration. I don't remember what, but it gives me... Yeah, we get health regeneration whenever we kill something, which is a hugely helpful thing to have. Warhammer right there allows our hits to knock enemies back even further, which is great because we do have attacks that rely on knockback. There we go. I'll probably put that up into the air just to kill off that bee. Got a cat hair on my nose, and it's beginning to annoy me. It's starting to itch. This is armor-piercing attacks over here. Kind of get you with that. Kind of dodge back. Maybe get him with the heat seekers. I'm going to stack up a little bit of cash first before I decide exactly what I want to go all in on. I was hoping we could get attack speed buffs. That's what I was really hoping for. Dude, that ball came from way off screen. That's the left boundary of the map right there. I'm going to do my anti-aircraft ability real fast. And it looks like we've got 70 Azul dust. So our health is in the bottom left. Our level is at the bottom. The game is an RPG. You do level up as you play. I need 90 for the armor-piercing pickaxe. And the enemies do get considerable armor at one point or another. And so it's usually a good idea to have some level of armor-piercing. I can't guarantee we're going to get the boss kill here on this first attempt, just because it's taking me longer to get into a position that I'm happy with than I like. I'm going to pull the boss right now, just so he's on the map and ready to go, and I need to be away from you. There we go. Let's get a little bit of damage off right there. I'll probably go for a firewall right there. He's going to try to hit me. I need to... Where am I? I need my balls to come back up so that I can anti-aircraft these guys. There we go. We've got the Matrix music right now. All right. We'll get another one of those up and running. A little bit more damage off on him. We're throwing shurikens now when we attack. That's good. I got bonked, though. I got bonked really, really good. I got clunked. Throw that up in the air for a little bit of additive damage. Yeah, my DPS is not exactly where I'd like it to be right now. Normally, the boss goes down a lot quicker, so we're kind of in a DPS-less situation. The good news is the Mage has so many ranged attacks that you can really just keep backpedaling forever, and nothing will really be able to get to you. There we go. Yeah, you can have one of those. Whatever doesn't kill those bees will go after him, and that looks like not a whole lot right now. Probably go for a little firewall action right there. Get one of those going. A little bit more damage off, and I've taken... Oh, I dodged right into him. That's not great. Firewall. I really need my dodge to come back up. That's what I really need. And Bossy Boy is down. Now I just need to kill a couple things to get my regen back. The music's going to cut when we get to here. We've got about 300 Azul dust, so we got the first boss down. That's really, really good. Ah, attack speed sword. Nice. That's one of my favorite items. The last time I played this game, I got a replicator where it eats up one of your other relics in order to make an attack speed sword. And so I boosted my attack speed up by like 400%. And with my little mage laser, I was just like, pew, 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 pew. Like, my character was like crazy OP for the first couple levels. Like, nothing could even remotely get to me. And then I got a couple other things that like reduced my cooldowns and whatnot, and foof, we were pod racing at that point. We're gonna get two choices of items here when we go back. Don't dither too long in this area over time as this little meter on the right hand side of the screen. I'll show it to you with the mouse. Once this guy hits each of these little like meniscuses or whatever you want to call them, the enemies get buffed. So right here, all of the enemies have plus 40 armor right now from that first tick. On the second one, they'll get something else. It can usually be something not that bad, like maybe they light you on fire for like 2 damage a second when they hit you. But sometimes it can be really, really, really bad, like, 80% damage mitigation or something like that. So we do want to kind of keep cruising. Man, I kited a long way. We get 2 items to choose from here. I don't remember what this does, and I know that I love shurikens, so I'm going to take shurikens, and we can go to the next level. Now, in between levels, it's going to take you to a shop. You can buy things over here. We don't have any Azul stones at the moment. Azul stones are basically condensed versions of the currency that we currently have. You can get them from this right here. One of these converts things into Azul stone. I think it's this guy right here. And so you can take like 500, or you can take like... Oh no, this one. So for 135 Azul dust, we can get an Azul stone. And things that cost Azul stones usually have like a massive impact on how your game plays out. And so they'll give you like double movement speed, but your jump height has been limited or something like that, or your health is lowered by half, but you now deal double damage. They tend to be big-ticket items that basically define a playthrough. For right now, I want that because that makes me regenerate, and regeneration is good. I'll probably get the dagger as well, because that gives us a chance to cause bleed on the enemy when we hit them. And I think that's good for right now. I think that's good enough. I don't think we're in, like, a magnificent place for going into this level. Ooh, it did start us out on the map border, though, so that makes life easier. Just go left. Thank you. You can be dead. I'm going to take this chest. Field rations, they make us regenerate when we stand still for longer than, like, X or Y amount of time. It's going to be hard to deal with those guys right there. Yeah, we're kind of getting beat on a little bit. I have no idea what that is. We get health whenever we hit an enemy. Well, that sounds magnificent, and I'll take it. Anything that allows me to stand in one spot and wait for my field rations to trigger is something that I'm okay with. I'm going to try to make some leftward progress here before we get bogged down. We don't have a whole lot of enemies at the moment. Oh, I traded one of my items for a dagger. That's my bad. Okay, well, hopefully we didn't trade anything too valuable. If I can get some damage off on these big hulking dinosaur guys right here, I'd feel better. Big opportunity for DPS right there. There's a chainsaw or something right there, so we've got a higher critical hit chance. I'm just going to keep running and firing behind me with my heat-seeking bullets while we wait. 106 for this guy. I don't know what he does. Increase health regeneration if you don't get hit for 3 seconds. Yeah, I don't know how feasible that's going to be with the way that I play this game, aka remedially. But I appreciate the vote of good confidence. We've got the boss shrine right there. We could technically pull him at the moment if we really wanted to. Knock you back for a second. Missed out on an item back here, and I'd really rather not miss out on an item. We do more damage at point-blank range. Okay, we've got another armor piercer right there, and then claws of ice are now reaching for you. That's not good. Did that go up there? Yeah, so enemies now have a chance to freeze us. What that is that shrine allows you to gamba a little bit. And when you get big gambas going, sometimes it gives you an item, sometimes it gives you a boon that makes you stronger, sometimes it makes the enemies stronger. You never quite know what you're going to get. It can be a dubious proposition here and there. The enemies now punch through our armor. You are surrounded, you are an ant surrounded by giants. Man, I'm really striking out here when it comes to the things that I'm triggering on some of these enemies. How good is my health regeneration? Oh, I leveled up. Probably saved my life, too. I was trying to test the limits of what I could face tank as a squishy, cloth-clad mage, and the results were inconclusive. Alright, we've probably got a couple of Azul harvesting spots over here. I could really use just a bit more with regards to just my raw DPS. There's a little bit more health regeneration, provided we can kill things and survive. Our health regeneration is looking pretty good. It's time for us to pull the boss. I don't know if we'll survive this one. Our build is kind of scattered right now and lacking in DPS, and so it may go poorly. All right. No, oh, I was firing the wrong direction. There we go. You do want to keep leveling as well. Like, the more kind of XP you can farm while you're fighting these little guys all over the map, the better you're going to do. There are traversal abilities, too. Those tend to be the most fun. The relics that allow you to run faster or double jump, triple jump, quadruple jump, float, all that kind of stuff. Those tend to be my favorites. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do right here. He's got a bunch of beefy boys protecting him. Yeah, get one of those off real quick. Maybe stand my ground right there, but even so, I feel like that's not going to work out for me. I do need to get some damage off on this boss, though, which means I need him in the forefront. Yeah, this is going to get a little bit messy. We are not dealing enough damage. Yep, give me the fire right there. One thing I will say is that button presses feel really, really good. It doesn't feel like there's any sizable, tangible delay when you're transitioning in between abilities. So if I want to throw like a magic missile, and then right after that I want to throw a firewall, it always seems to go pretty well. We've got an elite in there too. He's just going to tank the hell out of us. All right, give me one of those. Give me a little bit of that. I think if you don't kill the boss fast enough, I think they do indeed start healing. So we're in over our heads. Yeah, there it goes. We're down. Unfortunately, we just didn't get the DPS upgrades that we needed in order to go through. I really prefer, by the time I get to level 2 or 3, to have like 4 or 5 of the damage speed swords, and then also like a lot of the daggers for bleeds and a lot of the shurikens. You really want stuff that hits really, really hard, so that you can kind of outrun the enemy. Let's try this Marauder guy out. I don't know what he does, but let's try him out. Never played him before, so the Marauder. We've got like an axe swing. We've got an AoE. It looks like we have kind of like a mega jump of some kind. Okay. Does hit really, really hard, so that's nice to know. Let's grab some goodies over here. So we've got a punch dagger, so we've got a chance to get some bleed whenever we hit an enemy. That's good. Supplementary DPS. There's a level up. We've got the bottomless quiver right there, which I didn't see what it does. Hold on. You can pause up and you can mouse over this stuff. It grants +1 additional use of your secondary skill. Oh, cool. So I can do my AoE stomp twice now before I hit cooldown. Very cool. I need 45 to buy that sword, and we definitely want that sword. Flying enemies are going to be a nightmare for this character. So it looks like that's kind of like a jumping slash, I guess, but we can use it to get around, too, which is really, really nice. I don't want to dither over here for too long, but I do need this sword in order for our build to be effective. There we go. Yeah, there we go. It feels a little bit faster. We're getting a little bit more hacky and slashy. Now we just need stuff that gives us fat health regen and fat armor while we're standing still. Ooh, there's another one over here. Nice, dude. You love to see it. Let me get a little bit of that Azul dust right there. That's going to be another 4 or 5. All right, we've also got regeneration over here, which is great for a melee character since we're going to kind of be in the shit most of the time while we're fighting these guys. All right, so we'll get you right there. Got you right there. That's our 45 for another attack speed upgrade. Very cool. All right, we're starting to get kills before they can even, like, trigger their animations when they get up to us. So that's really good stuff. We're going to want to get regeneration on kill and, like, a couple other little goodies. Or just general purpose regeneration, which is what that Druid's Bracer over there does. I don't remember what this bone earring does. I can't recall. Hopefully it does something good. We've got 2 chests over here, which is great. So we'll pick these up and double back. We've got faster movement speed because of the horse coconuts. Obviously, a little Monty Python reference right there. Down goes the enemy. We picked up the Tears of what? Distilled ectoplasm. On hit, decreases the target's movement speed. Okay, so that might work out okay with how many AoEs and things we have on this build. I do like how distinctive the characters feel. It's really, really nice. Some Azul dust right there. How do we do with armor piercing? Oh, those bleeds. They stack up so nice. Okay. So we've got you right there. Our armor goes up. We're definitely going to need some armor as this situation unfolds. I don't think there's any way around it. There we go. Just get some fire on him. Looks like we did pretty good damage right there, but we did get retaliated on. I prefer not to spend my life kiting here. He's now dead, but I took that axe to the back. Yeah, it's really this character's problem is this character doesn't have any way to restore health. So the Witch Hunter has a potion you can drink Dark Souls style that heals you up. And then the Mage, you kind of are ranged, so you aren't taking that much damage anyways. But in the case of our character, we've got a little bit more to deal with. Oh, did all the item trades disappear when I summoned the boss? It looks like they did. Maybe they go away until I kill him. All right, well, maybe we'll get focused here. Very nice. I'm going to try to go mano a mano with him for a second just to get his health down. We got another big hit right there. Another couple big hits right there. Get that B. Hopefully the trades come back after I kill this guy. That would have been a piece of information that I probably should have paid attention to. Get that one on him. A little risky on that hit right there, but sometimes you just got to go for it. Oh, very, very close to the realm of death. Okay. Right, you're down. I just got to figure out what I'm going to do with all these mobs. We have no HP left right now. There we go. He's dead. He's dead. All right, we're clear. We redlined that one. We redlined that one a little bit. It was a little bit closer than I would have liked it to be, but like, we pulled through. So it looks like, I guess, all the item trades and all the buys disappear when you summon the boss. I should have known that that was a mechanic by now. I have played the game quite a bit before recording this video because I enjoy it. But I guess I just never noticed that little detail, which sucks because we actually kind of needed those items. Still, we did get a health regeneration ring right there for whenever we score a kill. We get 2 or 3 more of those, and I think we'll be in good shape. Lots of trades here. What does this earring do? Increases damage when your health is low. Okay. Your jump height is now higher. And what is that? Launch porcupine thorns whenever you kill something. That's fine. It's kind of like supplementary DPS, but I'll take it. Like, it's okay. It's not like what I was looking for in the greater hierarchy of my playthrough, but I can live with it. Increase damage to enemies at close range. Yeah, that seems like one of those things that is mandatory for this character. Just accidentally sacrificed some of my health for the Red Lady's blessing, but that should help out. Let's see here. Movement speed of enemies is faster. I actually don't know what I got for that Red Lady trade. I'm not super sure. Hopefully we can get our regeneration put together on this map. That's what I'm hoping for. A chance to light them on fire when you hit them. That's good. I do think that field rations are a solid acquisition right now. There we go. Health regeneration, not quite where I'd like it to be, though. Let's go back to the right. We'll see if we find anything good over here that's going to help out. I will buy you. Okay, long-range damage is not that helpful, as I am not a long-range character. These guys are just trying to kite me out right now. Accidentally summoned the Gravelord right there, so that was maximum malfunction play on my part. I think this is where we die. My attack button, I re-keybound it to be the same thing as activating objects. And so I accidentally activate objects all the time. But it's difficult for me to play a game on the Xbox controller where A is not jump and X is not attack. That just feels like the standard to me. I may have just hosed this run because now we can't really get any more items either. We leveled up right there. Give me a couple stacks of regeneration. Actually, I don't think the regeneration from kills stacks. Yeah, we may be SOL right there. Ah, weak, dude. Weak, dude. Yeah. Just didn't have anything to go. We haven't been unlocking anything because I haven't been picking up any, like, items, I guess. So, like, when you get certain combinations of items or you do certain things to certain bosses, like achievements, you will unlock new characters and you will unlock new items. I haven't gone back through the menu to see if there's a list of that stuff anywhere, but I would make the assumption at the risk of making an ass of you and me that that exists because it seems like an obvious thing to exist. Let's go ahead and pick up some more items. I do like this character, actually. I do think that there is like an optimal build for this character that basically would allow this character to sit still and murder everything on Earth if this character wanted to. There's a nice little level up. Do I have enough for the armor amulet? We definitely need more armor. It's not going to save us from armor-piercing enemies, but more armor is good for characters such as this guy who are expected to be kind of in the crucible the whole time they're playing. Don't really see too much over here except for free Azul dust from some of the shrines. I do like that we have ignition already, though. Hey, field ration. I can regenerate if I stand still long enough. That guy right there makes me jump higher, which doesn't sound that great, but I had a character that had like quadruple jumps, and quadruple jump character was really, really hard for the enemy to kill because I was just in the air all the time. And so it kind of shares that strategy. If you've ever played Risk of Rain, that's a very real build in Risk of Rain, the infinite jump build. And it is very, very good. Like, if you can put it together, it's just godly. I'm just going to sit here and farm mobs for a minute. I need 90 for that. Man, I need that bleed trinket, though. 90 is going to be hard to come by, though. Like, we're only getting 3 or 4 for every kill. Man, that's a shame. And it's all the way on the map border edge, too. which sort of means that if I don't get it now, I'm probably not gonna get it. There's another jump height over here. I'll grab that too. Jump is getting a little bit more sturdy. Perfect. Okay, I got my Azul dust together. We also have another ability. It's like a war cry. I need to test it out. I actually didn't use it at all in that last run. Looks like the war cry does not deal damage, but it looks like it makes me faster, like way faster. So I guess it's kind of like a improvised dodge in, duck out ability. All right, the enemies are now punching through my armor. Lovely. Kill you real fast. I like that flying jump ability, and I think the thing that increases the amount of jump height we have, I think it stacks with it too, because it feels like it's going up higher right now. That's the sort of interactivity that I tend to enjoy. Sir, can you stop? Thank you. It's 90 for whatever that is right there. We've got an altar right there where we can sacrifice. Just kind of jump in on you. Aerial enemies are a nightmare with this guy, though. We'll go ahead and run that real fast. There's the boss shrine. I will, well, increase damage when health is low. I don't know. Like, I've never been a fan of strategies that incentivize me playing poorly. I tend to mess that up, and so don't think that that's probably worth most of the trades. I got my jump height thing back, which is what it traded. I do think that when you pick up items, there could be a little bit more of a graphical flair to it, like a little sunburst or like a little I also think that when you kill enemies, it'd be nice if the Azul dust that drops off of enemies went out of the enemies, kind of like Onimusha style, in like little bubbles, and you got like a little blip, 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 like a refilling noise, or like a ting, 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 as you accumulate currency. I always find that to be very, very immersive. There we go. We're starting to get the enemies now that will allow us to actually farm up some Azul dust. The downside is we're going to have to deal with all these enemies once we fight the boss. Oh, cool. Now I've got double jump as well, so that'll be sweet. If I can get that up to like triple or quadruple jump, boy. All right, you're down. And this guy right here, oh, it's another trader, the Apothecary's Belt. So if we don't get hit for 3 seconds, we get health regeneration, which actually seems to be fairly quick. We've got a critical hit stone right there, and we've actually cleared the map. So now we got to go back and summon the boss. So I'm going to go ahead and use my speedy abilities to get back over there. All right, boss time. Let's light this candle. Where are you at, big man? Where are you at? It took me way too long to clear this level. Alright. Oh, he's got some kind of laser cannon thing that's chasing me. That's fun. I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding out of my face. Gotta get my regeneration going. Big jump. Ooh, I got slowed. Yeah. They've got some kind of crippling effect on me right now. The good news is we have this guy massively out DPS'd, so it should be fine. Ooh, there's an elite in there. Okay. Ow. Laser cannon, I swear to God. I'm going to have to do something about that laser cannon right there. But yeah, this is Ancient Legacy of Azul. Obviously, not a whole lot of things going on that are not similar to things you could get in Risk of Rain. So if you haven't played it, I would recommend you get Risk of Rain first. However, I do think this game is a cool option for people that have effectively done everything there is to do in Risk of Rain and are looking for similar gameplay without making the jump to Risk of Rain 2, which was obviously fully 3D, which some people did not like. I really, really like Risk of Rain 2. Whether or not I like it better than Risk of Rain 1, I don't know. But anyways, this right here is Ancient Legacy of Azul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see y'all tomorrow with something hot and fresh off the indie skillet, and that's all I got for you. Bye-bye.